Welcome back to Tales Unplugged, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
And we are ready to jump into a new episode of Insta Millionaire. We are on episode 15 now.
Episode 15, yes.
And things are really heating up. So last we left off, Zane had just been, how can we say this nice?
Caught in a lie.
Yeah. About his father and his father's influence and helping Rose's family business, which obviously we all knew.
Right, which we knew.
Not true.
Right.
But he definitely, I guess, doubled down on that lie.
He did, yeah.
In front of Rose and her friends.
And you know, what's so interesting about that is it just plays into this whole theme that we've been seeing throughout Insta Millionaire, this whole idea of, like, appearances being deceiving.
Totally.
Right? I mean, that's been like a...
Like, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
But in this case, it's like you can't judge a millionaire by his, vans.
That's a good way to put it, yeah, because, I mean, think about it. Right from the very beginning, everyone misjudged Alex.
Totally.
The bank teller.
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Like everybody.
Because he didn't look the part.
Right.
They assumed he couldn't possibly have the connections, the influence, the wealth.
And they were so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who else seems to be making that mistake?
Who?
Rose.
Oh, Rose, yeah.
I mean, talk about a blind spot. Like, the girl is literally surrounded by evidence that Alex is leading this double life, and she is clinging to this poor Alex image for dear life.
It's like she's refusing to see what's right in front of her.
It's kind of frustrating.
It is.
It's a little frustrating, I have to say.
And speaking of things that are right in front of her, can we talk about that scene with the food?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
Food.
Okay, but before we get there,
yeah.
Can we just acknowledge Susan for a minute?
Oh, Susan. Yes. Rose's friend.
Rose's friend.
Voice of reason.
She is the voice of reason, and like her little comment when they were talking about Zane's dad, and she's like, well, somebody better tell the president of the merchant union to update his contact list.
Subtle.
It was so good.
But it said everything.
It said everything. She knows what's up. But back to the food.
Yes. The food.
Okay.
I mean, who shows up to the hospital with 1980 Louis XIII?
Britney Blue Lobster.
Britney Blue Lobster, Kobe steak. I mean, it's like a feast fit for a king.
And caviar.
Oh, yes. Don't forget the caviar.
Like, come on.
From the Neva River.
And it's so specific, too.
Right.
It's not just like, oh, he brought some fancy snacks. It's like the author clearly did their research.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're painting this picture of this whole other world that Alex is now a part of.
The world of luxury.
That Rose and her friends are like light years away from.
It's a whole different universe.
And their reactions to it, I mean, Sue,
I love her.
Sue's like, okay.
She knows her stuff.
She's a gourmand. She gets it. But Rose is on another planet.
Oh, Rose. Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
She's like, I don't think she knows what she's looking at.
She thinks he stole it.
Yeah, which, I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, oh yeah, the hotel, just let me walk out with the $6,000 bottle of cognac.
Exactly. The Britney Blue Lobster, they're like, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, take it to your girlfriend.
Take it to your girlfriend at the hospital. No problem.
No problem.
But it's just so funny. Her first instinct is to assume he stole it.
Because she can't reconcile.
Right. That he could actually have this.
It's like her brain cannot compute that this version of Alex could actually be real.
It's like, guys, people can change. Like, you can become successful. It's possible.
You can level up.
You can level up.
Right.
And speaking of leveling up,
yes, Minnie's killing it.
Minnie's killing it. She is quickly becoming like the queen bee of this whole live streaming world.
Right.
Which, not everybody's happy about.
Well, Kathy's not happy about it.
Kathy, not happy.
Green with envy.
Oh, yeah.
Every time Minnie's name is mentioned.
The green-eyed monster is real.
But it's so interesting, though, because, I mean, it's like her storyline's kind of separate, but it's also playing on these same themes.
Totally.
This whole, like, what we see on the surface versus what's really going on, and like how easy it is to judge, especially I think in the age of social media. Yeah,
because we're seeing Minnie through this very specific lens, which is her live stream.
Exactly.
Where she's, she's curated, she's, glamorous. She's confident.
She's presenting a very specific version of herself.
Exactly.
But is that the whole story?
Right. And I think that's kind of the question with a lot of these characters, right?
Yeah.
Like, how well do we really know
Exactly.
even Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what makes this episode and really like this whole story so compelling, right? Because like it really makes you think about your own biases and, how well you actually know the people in your life.
100%. 100%. It's like that guy that you just, dismissed as just the delivery guy could be a millionaire.
Could be a millionaire. And like that friend of yours that you're so jealous of because their life seems so perfect on Instagram.
They could be struggling.
They're struggling. Everybody's got problems.
Right. Like we never really know the whole story.
We never know.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Okay. So this episode leaves us with a lot of questions.
So many questions.
Will Rose ever, will she ever come around?
Will she ever see the light?
Will she see the light? Which, the light is a $6,000 bottle of cognac.
Exactly.
And a Britney Blue Lobster, which I didn't even know existed, but now I need it.
Right.
Will Alex ever just come clean?
Yeah.
Will Minnie achieve ultimate live streaming fame?
Will Kathy sabotage her?
Ooh, will Kathy sabotage her? I kind of hope so, only because, I'm here for the drama.
Of course.
But, it's just so good. This episode, I feel like every episode we say this.
I know. But it's like,
it's so good.
Just when you think it can't get any juicier.
I know. And I love how this episode, it's obviously a lot of fun. It's entertaining. It's juicy, like you said. But it also, it makes you think.
Totally.
It's not just a fluffy, kind of mindless read. It's actually making you kind of examine your own
biases.
Yeah. Exactly. And how quick we are to judge,
Totally. And like we were saying, especially based on appearances, that's something that, we all do it. It's human nature. But this episode is really shines a light on that.
It does. It holds up a mirror.
It does. So good.
So good.
Well, on that note, I need to know what you guys think. What did you think of this episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Leave us your theories.
Leave your theories. Let us know. Are you Team Rose? Are you Team Alex? Are you just here for the food like me?
Yes.
Let us know because we want to hear all of your thoughts. And in the meantime, we will be back next week with another episode of Tales Unplugged.
Can't wait. Where we will be diving into even more juicy storylines. So until then, happy reading.
Happy reading.